Hi, this is Sunil and welcome back. In this section, we are going to discuss about a very important feature, very important functionality in MongoDB, that is MapReduce. So we are going to see how we can use the very popular MapReduce functionality in MongoDB for querying the desired data. So let's get started. So first we start with the MapReduce definition. So what is MapReduce? So there are two functions, map and reduce, mapper and reducer. So what mapper does and what reducer does, that's what we are going to discuss. So together we call it MapReduce in MongoDB. Okay, so what is MapReduce? So MapReduce in MongoDB is very simple fundamental stuff. Like MapReduce is a data processing paradigm for condensing large volumes of data into useful aggregated results. So this is the definition as per the MongoDB documentation. So MapReduce is a data processing paradigm for condensing large volumes of data into useful aggregated results. So suppose we have a large volume of data containing lots of information about particular user or particular employee or particular student or whatever. So what we what we do with the large amount of data, we can't figure out what is going on, what is there. We can't go line by line and search. So for that we use MapReduce function to get the aggregated result as per the query we provide. So we are going to discuss this by a example. We'll be seeing an example how we can use MapReduce to get the aggregated result, useful result that we can use in our application out of the large volume of data. So for MapReduce operations, MongoDB provides MapReduce database command. So this MapReduce is the database command that we are going to use. So to use this command, database command, a MapReduce function, we just need to use db.collection name.mapreduce, and inside that we will be providing the mapper and reducer functions and other queries. So suppose we have a document which is containing employee details, and employee is having certain loans, few loans employee is having. So what we want, like this document is containing employee ID, loan amount and loan status. So there will be several documents for a same employee. Like one employee can have many loans with different banks or same bank. So it is having employee ID and loan amount and loan status. So employee can have a active loan and an employee can have a expired loan. So it will have the employee ID for different employees, and it will have all the active loans and all the expired loan details with the loan ID and employee ID. So what we are going to do in this, we are going to find the per user, per employee active loans, and then what we do, first we will be using the map function to find employees and the active loans. So first map function, what we do, we will be finding the employee ID and all the active loans, so loan ID. And then with the reducer function, what we do, we will be finding per employee total sum of the loans. So first we get all the loan ID, and then based on the loan ID, reducer will go each and every loan and it will sum it up all the loan amount. So at last we will get the employee and total loan, so total active loans. So that's what we are going to do in this example. So suppose how we write the MapReduce function. So see here, MapReduce, as I said earlier, we will be using db dot, and this loan details is the collection which is containing all the documents for the employee loan details. And then we will be using MapReduce function here, and then inside that we will be providing this function, and we will be using emit. Emit is another function which will give you these two, employee ID and loan amount. Okay, and then we'll be using another function that will having the key and value. Okay, and it will return an array which will be having the sum of all the values. Okay, so this will be the employee ID and this will be the loan amount, and then this array will be summing all the values here. It will go for each and every key and sum it up all the values, and then we can provide the query what we want to fetch. We want to fetch the documents which are having only loan status as active, and then we can give the output total loan. This will be the collection which will be containing the result of this MapReduce function. Okay, so this is the simple MapReduce query that we will be writing to get what we discussed. So here this function is the map function. So what it is doing, it is getting us the employee ID and loan amount, and then this one is the reducer function which will be getting the key and value, and then based on the key value it will go and sum it up all the values for each key, and then inside that we are giving how we are going to query the document. So we are going to query the document based on the loan status which is active. So it will look for all the active loan IDs, and then we will be outputting this result employee ID and total loan in the collection which will having name total loan. So this is the query which is a document, and this output is the output which will contain all the output. Apart from this, we can also have a sort and limit. So sort will have a document which will say we want to sort the result in a particular way. We want to sort in ascending order, descending order, or whatever. So you can provide the sort functionality here, and then we can provide the limit which will be a number. So limit the number of result, which if you have a large amount of data, you are going to get thousands of results, you can limit the number of results you want, like first 100 or something. Okay, so you can use this. So this is the MapReduce function in MongoDB. This is how we are going to write. So what is map? Map is a JavaScript function that maps a value with a key and emits a key value pair, and then that key value pair will go to the reducer function, and reducer function is also a JavaScript function that reduces the groups of all document having the same key. So it will go for each key and find the value and then sum it up and return to this array, and then out is the output location for the result. So it will have a collection. Okay, and query specifies the optional selection criteria for selecting document. So we are selecting a document based on the criteria active, and then sort specifies the optional sort criteria that you can provide with this, and limit specifies the optional maximum number of document to be returned. So this way you can use the MapReduce function. So now we have discussed the theory part. In the next lecture we are going to do our hands-on with the same example, and I'll show you by I'll create a collection, loan details, I'll insert the data, and then I'll write the MapReduce to get the every employee active loans, total loans on the employee. So see you in the next lecture where we'll be doing our hands-on on the MapReduce. Thank you. Hi, welcome back. This is Sunil again, and in the previous lecture we have understood how MapReduce works in MongoDB. In this lecture we are going to do our hands-on on the same problem which we have discussed in the previous lecture. So what we are going to do, we are going to find sum of all the active loans for each employee. So we'll have the employee ID and the total loan on the employee which are active. So we need to find the active loans for each and every employee. So let's get started. So for this I have created a document. I have created a collection with the name loan details, and with that I'll be writing the query. So let's get started. So for this I have created this collection which is loan details, and I'm inserting employee ID, loan amount, and loan status, active for the, and there are different loan IDs and different employee IDs, and for that each loan there is a loan status field that is having active or expired. So what I do, I'll copy this and we will be creating this document. So I'll use the database class info which we are using. I'll paste it and see here we have. So now every result is successful. Write result, insert one means successful. So let's query this collection db.loan details.find dot pretty. So this is simple insert query that I have written. See here, now we have the collection ready with the documents, employee ID 101, loan ID 123, and loan amount this, and loan status is active. For the same employee, there is another loan with the loan ID 124. This was 123. This is 124. Loan amount 6,000 and loan status active. Then there is another employee which is having ID employee ID 102, loan ID 1267, and loan amount and active. For the same employee 102, there is another loan which is active, and for again there is a loan for on the employee 101 with a different loan ID, and this loan is expired. And there is another loan with different loan ID which is active. For the employee 102, there is a expired loan with a different loan ID. So there are two employees 101 and 102, and both are having some active loan and some expired loan. So what we are going to do, we are going to find all the loans on a employees, and we are going to then when we are going to query with the loan status active. So we'll find for 101 how many loans are there, active loans are there, and then first we with the mapper we will find the let me show you. So see here, I have written the map reduce. So first what I'll do, I'll write the mapper function here, and with the mapper function what I do, I'll be giving the employee ID and loan amount. So for each employee I'll be finding the loan amount, and here I'm providing the query loan status is active. So I'll query all these documents and I'll find all the active loans for the each employee. So employee ID and active loans, and I pass to the function reducer function, and what it will do, it will have the employee ID as a key and loan amount as a values, and it will iterate each key for the values and it will sum it up. So for each key it will find all the values and then it will sum it up and provide to this array, and then we'll get the result. And we have the out here. For out I'm giving total loan, so there I'll be creating another. So this map reduce function will be creating another collection which will be named as total loan, and this result employee ID and total loans will be stored in this collection. So let's run this map reduce. So I'll just copy this and I will be pasting it here. So let me go little up. So let me paste it here and let me hit enter. So see here, we are getting result like result total loan, that is the collection name, time in millisecond, count input is 5. So see here, it is input 5 means there are 5 active loans. So let us find that. See here, 1 2 3 4 and 5. So there are 5 active loans, so it is showing 5. Okay, so and emits also 5, so employee also 5, and there are reduced 2 and output 2. So let's query the document. So db dot, this is the document name, total loan dot find. Let's see what we get the result. See here, we are getting the result employee ID 101. This ID is employee ID and value is 89,000. So let's calculate manually for 101 how much active loans. So see here, active 5,000 and then 6,000, 11,000 and okay 11, and this one is active. So 11 and 78,000 plus 11,000 is 89,000. See here, it is coming 89,000. And for 102, let's count manually. For 102 also we have 15,000 active, and then 25,000 active, 40,000 active. So and all others are expired. This is expired. So see here, we are getting the correct result as 40,000 and 89,000 for each. So we can see here, we are getting the what we wanted. We wanted the sum of all the active loans. So 89,000 for the employee 101 and 40,000 for employee 102. So this is how we can use the map reduce function. We can change the query to get the expired loan. You just need to change it here. You can put this as expired and change this to, if you want to find, you can use the find here and you will get the result then and there. So let's run this query and hit enter. See here, now I'm getting expired loans are 78,000 because we have two expired, for 101 78,000 and for 102 78,000, and all other loans are active. So this way you can do, you can put the find at the end of the map reduce function to get the immediate result, or you can query the document collection which we are giving in the map reduce function. So you can query the document collection to get the result, or you can put the dot find at the end to get the result. So this is how we can use the map reduce in our MongoDB. So I'll hope you do the more hands-on by yourself, and if you face any problem, any query, write on the discussion board of this course and I'll be there to help you out. I'll try to add more hands-on, but for now I'll hope you will be doing hands-on by yourself. So see you in the next lecture. Thank you.